Så glad I være her. Is that right?
Hyggelig å være her.
Hyggelig å være her.
When it comes to picking a Scandinavian country, it's going to be very unfair and difficult for me to not say Norway.
Yeah.
Or to say anything else, so I have to go with Norway, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
No offense, Sweden or Denmark.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, they're all like really such great places. In fact, Norway was one of the first places we played outside of Liverpool.
It was the first radio play we got as well. Was on P3 in Norway.
So we have pretty strong connections with Norway. Probably one thing that makes the Wombats music maybe slightly different to other UK bands is that Tord's grown up with a slightly different upbringing of music, even though we all loved the same, like lots of American grunge actually.
But then there was also like a lot of Norwegian bands that I listened to that you guys didn't listen to.
Yeah, of course.
And which I guess could have been influences that I've been taking on board and putting into the band without you knowing, like sneakily just putting in. So we are living in Liverpool at the moment, but we're kind of like a bit spread out. Murph is down in London, but he's kind of been in between London and LA quite a lot. So the writing process has been slightly different on this album compared to previous album.
So our new album Glitterbug has been in the breeding ground for the last 2 years, I guess. We've been working on it, and we've made about 25-30 songs over the last couple of years, and the process for every song is kind of different really depending on where we are in the world at the time, I guess, or whether the three of us are in the room. A song might start with like a jam, the three of us just getting groovy and messing around with something, and then sometimes it'll be Murph will come in with a sort of more of a finished song that we then work on together, and then once we've recorded the song in Liverpool, we then took it down to London to work with Mark Crew, who's a producer we'd never worked with before, and it was really good working with him. He's like a similar age to us, whereas in the past we've worked with producers who've been a bit older, so this was like quite a different experience working with someone who's got like really similar music tastes and grew up with the same.
And British as well.
British, in London in a tiny little studio, like smaller than this room almost, with no windows.
It's the complete opposite to our second album, when we like went to like big massive studios in LA and all this like ridiculous fancy gear or whatever. This was the complete opposite, and it kind of like taught us that like it doesn't really matter if you got all this amazing gear or like big
a team of
or,
like 3 people.
You don't need that. It's as long as the right people and the right minds are in the same room, and like that's the main thing really.
The best things about being on tour is obviously, especially in Europe, every city you go to, all of a sudden the language changes, the architecture changes, the food changes, like the people change, everything sort of changes a little bit, and
the reaction, like the crowd reaction, and
slightly different songs maybe have better reactions in different places, and we always try to like go and visit obviously a city if we have time,
meet people, just have fun, have drinks,
party a little bit if we can. People party quite similarly in every place actually.
That's one thing that's quite similar. Our rider is pretty boring, to be honest. And it's hummus, some carrots, some red wine. There's a lot of booze on there actually.
Yeah,
which we never drink, obviously. We don't like drinking.
Bananas for energy. You can't really eat bananas, can you?
No.
Messes up the old growlers.
Yeah.
We're a very undemanding band, to be honest. As long as we've got some carrots to dip in hummus, we're happy.
Well, apart from like our mint, brown sugar and lime.
Oh, Mr. Cocktail over here.
Start making, like some nice mojitos. That's the...
Yeah. Tord obviously has a bar set up, and then after the gigs he's like, right, what's everyone having? Chopping limes.